Good, that, isn't it?
Lovely.
This is a new one, guys. Welcome to episode 6 of Bar Chat. We're in quite good spirits considering all the news, but we're here. We're flying solo. We're doing a kind of radio show approach to this. We're missing Lucy, who, if she is watching this, is somewhere skiing in. Where is she? Canada.
It's probably cold in Canada.
What you can't see is we've got all the editing software down here, so we're good. So we all got. I quite like those headphones. I feel like I'm on Talk Sport.
Yeah, it's a new vibe.
What do you think?
I like it.
Is it too early for a beer? Never too early for a beer, is it?
Not at Christmas.
Anyway, guys, we're going to talk about the World Cup, and football's not sadly coming home. And we'll have a little chat around that. We can get excited again about the Premier League, and obviously there's a few still. It's not over. The fat lady is not singing on the stage yet. Is that the saying? And we've got lots coming up for Christmas and New Year, and Jonesy's got some stuff to tell you about some Christmas cocktails.
Oh,
he's got it all going on. But anyway, how are we doing? How are you doing, B?
Yeah,
How
good.
you feeling, mate? Are you over it? You lost both your teams in one day, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult day, but I thought like the performances were there. I mean, from both sides, man. They're like from Holland.
When that Dutch goal went,
last kick of the game. I was running through the place, and then obviously England. When we got that penalty, I was celebrating, and obviously, we know the rest is history.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is what it is. Well, look, let's get straight in, get down and dirty with it.
Kane.
Jonesy. Yeah, I mean, listen, as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to stick out the Kane thing. It's too easy for me to throw, bombs at that one. What happened? I mean, you look at a replay. It looks the run-up's the same. He's just got under the ball. Is the pressure got to him?
I mean, I was literally sort of stood where I am right now, watching it, and there's a guy stood there, and he went, "He's going to sky this over the bar," and literally did exactly.
We need to find that guy because he jinxed it.
Yeah, sod him.
He was a pretty big guy, to be fair. He won't be hard to find. But, yeah, sad times. But again, it was in our hands to lose it as well a little bit, which is harder to take. Also, we played well. We didn't go out on a whimper. I thought it was our game to lose. It was one of the games of the tournament, really. For us.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Gary Neville say
on the wrong side of the result.
Yeah, Gary Neville said on BBC ITV, as it was afterwards, he said whenever we've gone out of a World Cup, it was always because we were hanging on and we just scraped it to penalties. I thought, particularly second half, they looked dangerous. They always looked like about to pounce. But I felt like we bossed the game, really. We weren't hanging on. Jude Bellingham in midfield, what a player that boy is. I have to eat my words, B. I know you were telling me how good he is.
Yeah, you love him, though.
Yeah, but what a player.
Yeah, great player. I mean, I thought, to be honest, kind of went under the radar for me.
Go on.
John Stones. Obviously, Saka played for me. He was the best England player.
Yeah.
But John Stones and Maguire at the back, I was
really solid.
I was quite surprised, actually, yeah, because that was the one area we pointed out before the World Cup started.
Well, everyone was saying,
yeah,
is that the right combination?
Kane missed the penalty, but we kept all the teams that we played. We didn't play an awful lot of amazing teams, but they were really solid at the back. The amount of clean sheets we had, obviously, like US, Wales, okay. But the 2 goals that went in against France as well, it was well defended up until any point of the game. You can't say, they had a howl at the back or anything. There's none of that. It was solid.
Actually, can't remember any kind of major mistake. Can you? I mean,
No.
there was an argument that Stones lost his man, Giroud, for the second goal. I haven't looked at it again, but I saw someone saying that he was a bit slow to react.
The quality of the ball and the quality of the Giroud reacting as a striker. Sometimes it happens. It's genuinely just quality. There's nothing you can do, is there?
There was no seaman from the halfway line or anything like that. Or
just steady on. Oh, there you go. This is when you got it. Tip your term. Yeah. Anyway, no seaman from the halfway line. I thought overall it was a 50-50. We've come out again the wrong side of it. If I can, and we were talking off air, we can take a position on this.
What's it down to?
I think we've got a world-class team there. We definitely have.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got a world-class manager. And I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just saying.
Before.
Well, once we get at this, I probably will. But I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just saying we have a world-class team, and no one can stand here and tell me. And I'm not saying it's all at his feet. But if we're going to get beyond this quarterfinal, beyond the semi-final, we need a world-class manager, and we don't have one.
Well,
And
Southgate. Southgate. What was I saying there?
Don't know. What are you saying? How many have you had?
Eh? What was I saying there?
He's talking about like Eddie Howe and things before.
No. I was saying something. I completely forgot. Anyway, let's forget about that.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Let me just compose myself.
Right, let me present an argument to you. Gareth Southgate, since he has been England manager, he has played 20 games against top 10 opposition, right? In the world.
Okay.
He's won 4.
Right. That's Gareth Southgate as a player, not as a manager.
No.
As a
manager,
the England squad.
out of when it matters, he's won 4 out of 20. His win rate, this is a stat that got me weird. I'm turning into you here, mate.
Right.
This stat, Hodgson won 59% of his games. He's won 60. On paper, you'd say he's done a lot better, but he hasn't. And I'll tell you the other thing. Here's the other stat. You'll love this. I've got this on my phone. Yeah. Here's the teams that Southgate has beaten in the World Cup. Right? Tunisia, since he's had his thing. Tunisia, Sweden, Panama, Iran, and Wales.
Yeah.
That's not a world class. That's not a world class. But no one can sit here and tell me that is a world class manager. He's beaten no one. When it's mattered, it's gone wrong.
I feel like you're going to whip off a mask and it's going to be Skinner.
It's going to be Skinner. I mean, if he's watching.
That's what I was going to say. Where's Skinner? I said, where's Southgate? I meant Skinner. I'm only just re-getting
But I mean, listen, anyone watching in chat, tell me I'm wrong. That's not a record.
I'm not going to sit here and say that
It's
you're wrong,
difficult.
but I'm also going to sit there and say the way he's got the team playing as a whole is much bigger than what Hodgson did or anyone else like that.
I'll give you that.
They've got them playing as a unit.
I'm going to
a
throw
lot of depth in squad, great players, standalone players, but they're all playing for one another, which is a big thing that I think he has brought to the England squad.
I want to throw something out there. I think
only if you can remember.
Yeah, I'll try and remember. But I think I've said it before, but these players that we have currently are being managed by the best managers in the world. And I think it makes a massive difference comparing that to what they've previously had. Like if you think of Phil Foden's playing for Pep Guardiola, Jack Grealish, John Stones, you look at John Stones, he didn't set 1 foot wrong.
Yeah.
The whole tournament. And that comes from that kind of the standards. The standards are so high. And I don't actually think Southgate has a lot to do with that. And which is where I agree with Mark. And I also think back in the day, you used to have these rivalries, right? You used to have these, Man United players sit in one corner, Chelsea players sit in the other corner.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen anymore either. So I think the 4 at the back, if we've seen the lead up to the World Cup, Southgate had not played 4 at the back in a year and a half. I actually think that might have been the player's decision.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
just to compound my argument, can you imagine a world where Pep Guardiola's got an idea, but the players are making a decision? Surely that's happening because they're going, you're not a bad manager, but, you chat a bit of shit. You give us all a good bonding, but we'll decide. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah. And I understand, like, player empowerment, and it's difficult. These guys are earning a lot of money. They have these endorsement deals and blah, blah, blah. And, but Southgate has to pick the team, decide the players.
Decide the way of playing.
55 minutes, we score. Kane puts the ball in the net. Well done, Kane. That's his job. He puts the ball in the net, which 1-1. Southgate, we're in the ascendancy. Surely we've got to go for the kill. He does nothing until Giroud scores. And then in 78 minutes, he brings on... 87 minutes, he brings on Grealish. And before that, he takes off Saka, who was by far the most dangerous player, and brings on Sterling, who's still, his head's elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm Mount.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's that about?
He never gets it quite right with the substitutions, does he?
Right, so we are agreeing. I felt a bit.
On that, I'm agreeing. The big question that we're all about to ask, I think, I'm going to ask it now because does he stay? Does he go?
He ain't walking away.
He stays.
But no, look, this argument's ridiculous. He's not walking away. He's got this far. He's gone to 2 World Cups. He's done the Euros. He's settled this. He will feel like I just need that. It's only 18 months away. He's going to go, look, I need one last. I'm so nearly. If someone picked up the reins now and wins Europe, how's he going to feel?
Yeah.
How would you feel if that was you? You've got all this work, and then you go, all right, mate. You get the knighthood.
Yeah, you get all this.
Because they'll get knighted.
Yeah.
You get the knighthood, mate. I'll just sit here and go, woe is me. He ain't leaving. That's bollocks. Yeah. He's not going. The question is.
I don't want him to. I think you do.
Then I would say to you, I don't think you want to win the Europeans because he won't be able to do it. He's good. He's semi-final, quarter-final good.
But this is where I say, like, I think players, like, Pep Guardiola. Also, another thing on this, he didn't get as much time, does he? Like, he didn't get as much time to prepare and whatever not.
But no one did.
No one did, yeah. But I think what the difference is, like, the players will move back towards, like, they played the Premier League game last week and now they're in an England camp. You kind of, unless the manager's overpowering, like a Jose Mourinho, which Gareth Southgate is not, the players would
Tell me you wouldn't have Mourinho as England manager.
Not as England manager, Portugal manager, yeah. But I'm saying, like,
get Pochettino, he doesn't win anything either. Good idea.
Unless you,
that's not this talk.
Unless you were to like have the overpowering manager, the players would go back to their ways. I think in a way, and I think a lot of the players are playing possession-heavy football,
sort of rebuild type thing. If you get Tuchel in or whoever, even. I don't know what the names on the table are.
Personally, I've seen Jamie Carragher say, I think the next England manager, if Gareth Southgate goes, has to be English. I think I don't see why you would have a manager from a different country to be a manager.
Well, that leaves you with Eddie Howe, and he ain't leaving.
Yeah, he's not going there. He's a club manager. He's a top manager.
Okay, so let's go on your premise. We can only have an English manager.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we can't, but
there's someone out there.
Who?
I don't know.
Do you know what they'll do?
I don't know.
Let's not forget.
I've never heard of Southgate before he became the manager.
Oh, come on, mate. He's famous for missing a penalty. Arrest him. I tell you now, it's the FA. They won't employ anyone who's risky. A Tuchel, they ain't going. Do you know who they would go for? Gerrard. Lampard.
That would be embarrassing, to be honest.
But that's where they'll go.
That's where it's heading, I think.
It is. They're not going to play.
Which is why I want to keep Southgate.
Indeed, but they're going to go safe, and that's where they'll go.
But they've won big games, but they've never won anything.
But if you look at like Didier Deschamps, he won it.
Deschamps.
Sorry, I'm not French. Sarfardian. But
wish it was.
What I'm saying is, he won it. He knows what it feels like to win it. He knows that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't think
he can use that.
I don't think it really matters.
We've got no one in our camp, whether it's Lampard, Gerrard, Southgate.
I don't think it matters.
Some of the 66 lot are still alive. Fucking wheel them in.
I think what it is with DJ, that he has a clear plan of what he wants to do, and it's shown. I'm going to bring the stats up, and it's shown over the years. France play non-possession football. The reason they do that because they're very good. When how Man City playing, like they pin you down. France actually let you come out so that there's space to actually play in. And that's what they do because they have the most athletic players. I don't know if you remember Sissoko in the World Cup. Oh my, it's just, he wasn't even a footballer, he was just an athlete. It was like, if you leave the space, he'll run into it.
He'll bomb into it.
He'll bomb
like,
into
look
it.
At Mbappe.
Yeah.
You play in a team like, come at us.
Come at us, leave the space.
Got it.
And that's what they do. And that's what they've been successful at. And he has a very clear plan of play. And it's a bit anti-football. But because they have the quality players, it doesn't look like anti-football.
It seems to be working.
Yeah.
We definitely have. I mean, when we looked at the team, and would you? Someone said this the other day, and I think I agree with it. France have got the best team. England have the best squad.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that I think speaks volumes. Player by player. I mean, I don't know them well enough to do it now, but player by player, you'd probably have more French players in there than you would England if you had to pick a mixed 11.
But only because of like accolades, not because of quality. I mean, you look at like a Varane. I mean, obviously, there's people, Man United fans especially, that are gonna say stuff about this. But a Varane, if I'm looking at Varane and John Stones, you're gonna pick Varane because of his accolades and what he's done in the past, not because of who the player that he is today.
But who had the better tournament? I mean, overall, I would probably pick Stones. I would pick Stones because I'm English. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we'll say that. I think Varane probably walk away with the World Cup.
Another one.
And score a goal.
You think France will now win it?
Yeah, probably. I think, yeah.
I fancy Croatia.
I think Croatia,
Really?
you know what it is about the Croatia-France game? It'll be very interesting because Croatia will do a France on France. They'll let them come and hit them on the break. I actually think that's the way.
Last 2 World Cups, that would be the same final as last World Cup out. It'd be kind of weird.
You know what it is about England, right? The only team that managed to actually win knockout football in general, like even Champions Leagues and stuff, the only teams that managed to win it playing well consistently every game has been the Spain teams and the Barcelona teams because they had a clear way and they're never going to change that.
But do you get that in, do you get that drill? Do you get, there are, I saw, Alyssa was listening to Perry Groves on TalkSport the other day and he was going back to 89 where Arsenal beat Liverpool in the last minute. And he said that move that they did down the line, it was Lee Dixon, Alan Smith, nod down, Mickey Thomas running through, scoring a goal. That move, they drilled. Apparently, they do those drills, like those different drills, left side, right side, thousands of times. So when you talk about Barcelona or Real Madrid of the heyday having a way of playing, surely that's very, very difficult in international football because, as your point right at the start was, they only had 4 or 3 weeks together, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, my point with that is that sometimes, the pragmatic style that people criticize Gareth Southgate for. He's
negative.
I know, but when you get to these knockout games with the squad that England have, you should be counter-attacking. You should put Rashford on. You should have Saka, Rashford, Phil Foden in the 10, Bellingham and Rice in that midfield, and you're holding them back. Once the space opens up, you're flying. That's the way it should be. And if Kane wants to come in the hole, Phil Foden will run past him, and that's the way it should be. And they went out, they played good football, and they played very well, but they got beat.
Can I put this out there? I'm a big Rashford fan. I thought when he played, he was either really in the game or disappeared. And I think that's the part of his game he's got to improve.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by that?
No, I mean, Mount does that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think he played really well, and then he didn't really get the start that he thought he was going to get. I mean, he had a couple of, you know what I'm saying? Like he came on, like you say, because of the substitutions. If he would have come on at 55 minutes or 60 minutes,
it would have been different.
It would have been different for him as well as the game.
Yeah.
Bringing him on at 77 minutes, what do you do in that? What are you supposed to do with that time?
When you're 2-1 down.
So anyone who's pro Southgate would say, okay, so he took off Saka and he took off, who else did he take off? He brought on Mount and Sterling. Who did he take off? Henderson. Mount gets the pen, which we miss. We're going to get to the referee in a minute, by the way.
Yeah.
He gets the pen, so you can't argue that he was the right player to get on. But when I saw those boards go up and those players coming off and those players going on, I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Are you going to bring Callum Wilson?
Why is he taking Saka off? No, he goes Foden on the inside, Rashford on the thing. There was no need to. I mean, why Sterling? Really? Better question. Why take Saka off? At that point, the player they were shitting. Have you noticed whenever he had the ball, they had 2-3 players on him because they're going, I don't. And every time he mugged them off, mugged them off every time. They're fouling him. Not that the referee could, I mean, obviously he needs to get back savers, but he mugged them all off.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't.
Foden had a good couple of runs. He's on the front foot, going out the box, going out the back four.
No. I mean, you wouldn't take Foden off either. I think that's what he's saying. But why would you take Saka off and put Sterling on? It doesn't make any sense.
No sense at all. And also, doesn't he normally play on the left?
Yeah, I know I don't even know. To be honest, that last 10 minutes, I don't know where anyone was playing.
Right.
I don't think there was
Sure, Sterling looked like he was playing in like a sort of Trippier role at one point.
You know when Kane missed the penalty.
Yeah.
You know there was 14 minutes left to play. Like we had 10 minutes adding time.
Yeah. But they didn't know about the extra time then. Obviously.
No, they didn't know that. But 14 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
Like if the thing is, like, that's where your manager, like an Antonio Conte, like a serial winner,
a serial defensive.
It's a serial defensive, yeah, but he's a serial winner, right? Would come in and tell the team to calm down, take their time, keep playing the football, because you have 14 minutes to win this game. When that 10-minute board came up, we should have all been celebrating it. Instead, it was kind of panicky and nervous.
I felt after the penalty miss that it was a deflation. It was, oh, well.
Yeah, but
everyone giving it, here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
it felt like it in here a little bit. It's like, oh, well, that was the chance. And then Rashford got that free kick and he wasn't far from it.
But that's what I mean, though. Like, the deflation, like, your managers, that's what your manager's there for.
Yeah, to pick you up.
To pick you up and calm down.
Again.
Yeah, and you bring on the player with that message, and that player has to come on and lead the line. You know?
Okay, guys, listen, let me take you to another point, which I think is a very valid one in the performance. Obviously, the referee was shocking.
Shit.
And you know, there's a foul on Saka before the first France goal. And this is not excuses, right?
No,
but there's a shocking foul on that. Here's the interesting thing that I thought was absolute bollocks. That's a really loud plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you hear that going?
Yeah.
Was absolute bollocks. So he goes to
hit by Kane's foot.
Yeah. So he goes to VAR straight in late Windermere. So he goes to VAR because they think Kane has been fouled in the box for the penalty that they never gave, right? So VAR go to it. Now the rule as it is, as I understand this, is that because so they have said it's a foul, but it was outside the box.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not. So a lot of the news that's been given is, oh, the referee, they've showed it. It was a clear foul.
Yeah.
Clear foul. But because it was outside the box, VAR can't intervene, so the game goes on.
Because it was the next phase of play. So the ball ran out of play, and that's it.
But so what you're saying is, if the ball hadn't gone out, if the ball can't,
if the
referee bring it back.
If this is where I'm really confused with VAR, because I'm assuming they're watching it live, right? So I don't see how.
So they've seen a foul.
They see a foul. You have to tell the referee whilst the ball is in play, there was a foul. Blow your whistle. Yeah. And then the referee shouldn't have to. And so
assumedly they're saying, look, we just don't know whether it's in the box or out of the box. By the way, we didn't get any of that in the commentary because I don't think the commentators know. So what the commentators needs to be saying then is, right, guys, look, obviously they're deeming this a foul. If it's in, it's a pen. If it's not, game on. Then what we got as the punters is no foul. And we're like, mad.
Then you get a voice from an ex-ref coming on the commentator sort of saying, oh, well, no, this is why they've done it. Possibly, they can't say for sure.
I think the issue is where there's a borderline. See, I'm personally, because a lot of people say the referee should be in power. I think with VAR and cameras, the technology that we have these days, the VAR should be there as a second referee. Yeah, they should be. The VAR should be able to overpower the referee's decision. Obviously, the referee's not going to like it.
But if the ball goes up the other end of the pitch and back of the other net, you got mayhem. So they've got to be able to stop the game.
They have to be, yeah.
Because that's always been the worry about VAR, isn't it? There's a foul, the ball gets pinged up, you think Giroud puts in the back of the net, and we go, oh no, sorry, mate.
But I think if France score and there was a foul, I think they can disallow the goal. I'm not sure whether it be 1 minute after that, like if it was a whole minute of the ball in play, people passing, whatever. I genuinely think that if there was a foul and it was a clear foul, then the goal would probably not stand. Which is really, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they'd give. Would they give a free kick? Would they give a drop ball? Would they give?
No idea. Needs to be cleared up. What are you going to say, Jonesy?
I was just going to say, I think it's not 100% dissimilar to the offside rule, where in Champions League it's been different to the Premier League. This again has been slightly different again in the World Cup, where I say that Cameroon goal where he lobbed the keeper. He did that, I think, because he thought he was offside, but they give the goal because the flag never went up. You play to the whistle, as you always should.
Yeah.
But now as a striker, not that I play, but you've got to play and then wait for the whistle later on, which is really confusing. And that's a little bit of that. Like you say, you get fouled at one end, score a goal at the other, gets dragged back 10 minutes after.
Yeah,
Where's
it's
it
weird.
start?
Yeah.
Where's it start?
I mean,
Where's
the
it start?
refereeing just needs to get better, and I don't get why they don't just have, they have a fourth official on the sideline. I don't get why they don't just have a second referee on the sideline with a camera. I mean, there's technology in the ball, for God's sake. Like, put a referee on the sideline with the referee, put the referee on the sideline, watching everything on the screens. If there's a foul, tell the referee it's a foul.
Doesn't he get a bleep in his ear or something, like if the ball goes over the line, or all that kind of information?
Yeah, so there's all that vibrating watches and all this sort of stuff, and
just have a second referee on the sideline. Watch it. The VAR screen. Why does the referee have to go to the VAR screen? Why can it not be a second referee that's also qualified? Surely they can't be that subjective. A foul's a foul.
Yeah, but then there's that kind of game where you're like, there does have to be someone at the top of the tree, right? It's too many chiefs. I get that it has to filter to one guy.
Yeah. I mean,
I think when he's made a clear and obvious mistake, they need to step in and go, guys, that was a foul. Whether it was in a box or not, it's fucking irrelevant.
It's a foul.
How many times was I mean, how many times was he fouled? And he's just going, no, nothing.
Yeah.
And one thing you know as an Arsenal fan is Saka doesn't dive. He's not that kind of player.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
And if he's getting wiped out, it's because he's been wiped out. He is that kind of player.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the referee needs to know that. I'm just saying, how many times does it have to happen?
But the referee does need to know that.
Ask me this. So he gives the Mount foul. Why is he not sent off? He's last man.
No, he didn't give the Mount
okay,
foul.
but it's given.
It's given.
It's a red.
Yeah. Oh. You can't double punish, I don't think. Can you double punish?
I don't know if it was a straight red.
I don't think you can double punish.
He's last man.
Yeah, I don't think you can double punish.
Live.
I don't think you can double punish. I don't think so.
Google it. Someone tell us.
It wasn't just that. It was all the other little decisions in the match that were going. I'm not this,
it was
England fan or whatever, but there was a lot of it. Yeah, there was a lot of indecision and
there was a
stopping play, starting play. It was really a disjointed refereeing sort of.
There was a phase of play that Saka got fouled. The referee didn't give the foul, said he pointed at the ball, and then 2 seconds later, Tchouaméni takes the ball, obviously after Saka's been fouled, and Tchouaméni slips, and the referee gives the foul. And obviously all the England fans take that snippet and say, what is going on? But yeah, I mean, the refereeing has been. I said it in the previous episode. The refereeing has been horrendous.
Yeah,
it's been really bad
from day one.
All
over the place.
Yeah, it's been really bad.
There was the Maguire thing, and then the Stones thing in the Iran game for us. Some of the offsides have been ridiculous.
I mean, the referee in the Holland game. How many yellow cards?
Yeah, it was a record, wasn't it? No, it was a record.
World record.
He's now been sent home. He was supposed to ref the final.
Oh no!
He's been sent home. He won't referee another game.
Give the final to Michael Oliver, Scotty.
He's done very well. Actually,
no. There's talk of the one for the England France game. He's going to be the officiating.
I mean,
no way.
He's obviously out of his depth.
Graham Norton a little bit weirdly.
What's that?
You look like Graham Norton, like a sort of Hispanic Graham Norton. If you look at him,
I thought you were talking about me then for a minute.
I was looking at it. I was going,
we'll see that.
Sure, this is mad.
I'm going Graham.
So, guys, we got, listen, we're out. And then one thing I think we have to say in all of that first France goal was a corker. He got hold of that. What a goal that was. Oh, come on.
It was.
But it was a corker.
Was it?
Absolute corker.
I think, you know what it is? I've seen. So, me, guys, I love watching football. I watched a little bit of the game back. If you watch what England were doing, we had like 7 men in the box. And the midfield, Tchouaméni, he's coming from deep. There should be, if Bellingham or Henderson or Rice was 5 yards further up the pitch and not in the box alongside 6 others trying to protect the goal, you block that shot. It goes through his legs. It wasn't a great strike.
It was straight in the corner.
It wasn't a great strike.
Right.
He hit it. He just hit it. It was one of them. It happens.
It's
He literally-
straight in the corner.
It wasn't-
Jude
with
Bellingham or anyone else
No.
would have done that, or Neymar or anyone else, because he's a bit of an unknown sort of French
No.
defender, fullback,
He's a
whatever.
great player, mate. But don't get me wrong. He hit it.
He caught it sweet as a nut.
It was a hell of a shot.
I mean, I think it was just a shock. Like for all of us, it was just a shock.
Yeah,
I think Pickford was flat-footed because he didn't expect the shot to come in. He had 7 men in the box.
the Giroud goal again. He had a chance, literally maybe
Watch
1 or
it.
2 minutes before.
He's watching it right now.
Look at
Right?
this.
Look. If Bellingham,
Shut up! Come on. It's a hell of a goal. I mean, what you seeing?
where is it? Pause it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 men in the box.
What are you saying? This is bad defending?
This is these midfielders here. I understand him being there. One of these two needs to be here, not there.
Yeah. Okay. So we roll on a bit. Ball comes back across.
Ball comes back
So
across,
they're-
and then these two are now stood hand in hand.
So that goes through Bellingham's legs. He's unlucky there.
Bellingham's unlucky, but these two are stood there
But
next to each
if you
other.
see that from the other angle, bang. What are you saying? Are you saying Pickford should have got there? Or are you saying what are you saying?
I just don't. I think Pickford.
Hold
I
your
think.
hands up there and say
I
good
think-
strike, can't you?
I think.
He just hit it.
Oh,
He hit it. Pickford was flat-footed, not expecting the shot.
mate,
He hit it
that
well.
wasn't a great angle. That was hit with some venom. It was a great goal. You watch the back of the net when that hits it. It literally.
Yeah, I mean there was a km/h thing on the screen, wasn't there, when he hit it?
And now it was rapid, was it?
It was all right. It was average. Probably hit him.
Anyway,
harder than that.
listen.
Probably hit him harder than that.
Vive la France. You know, I'm all for.
Viva France.
I mean, I like.
Viva Morocco for me.
Really?
Yeah, bring it on, why not?
Let's do it.
Can I just do something? I've been dying to do it. Can I have your beer?
Yeah, sure.
This is just brilliant, isn't it? We don't even need to go anywhere.
Oh, you need to
We
watch
just
that. You
do
need to
this.
watch out there. Risky.
Oh, I know it's a bit risky, but
It's a bit risky.
Take that risk,
Okay,
man,
look,
please.
I'm actually off script. Oh no, let's change the camera. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
dear.
look.
Look at this. Beautiful. Molto bene.
Right now, there's a bit of a drip.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
wait.
Just hold
got
it there.
There we go.
There we go. Forget about the grand's worth of laptop. Just have a
There we
look.
go, Jonesy.
Thank you so
Don't need-
much.
Going thirsty, mate. You all right for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, you might as
Well,
well.
Well,
That's
while we're at
got
it,
the drip
That's
on.
right. Yeah.
Right. So listen, let's. We've talked about England. It's over. Football's not coming home, and here we are again. But we've got the games on tomorrow.
No,
So
tonight.
we're not. Sorry, tonight and tomorrow. So what's this evening's game? Is the Morocco one tonight? Is it
No, it's Croatia.
No, it's Croatia.
Croatia,
Argentina.
Argentina?
Boo.
See, I really, yeah, I know. Well, I'm staggered by this, but Jonesy says to me today, as we're setting up, Jonesy says to B and I, he wants the RGs to win.
You know what it is, right, about that game?
That's
Sorry.
not what I said.
Let me.
That's not
He
what
needs
I
to.
said.
He needs to defend himself. One second.
That's not what I said. I said
You
out of
said I
all-
want Argentina to win.
You did.
of all the teams that are the 4 teams that are left.
You want
I
to?
don't want France to win because they beat us. I don't want Croatia to win because
Why do you want
kind of
Morocco
boring.
to win?
They don't really deserve to be there.
Oh, that's unfair. Carry on.
No, it's not.
Well, did we not
And-
just say the last two
and
things
they-
have got to the
and-
semi-final or the
And
final?
they beat us a couple of times
I see.
recently.
You just hate them on that basis.
Yeah, fuck them.
I'm not over. I'm not over 86,
Morocco-
mate. I'm or matey boy getting Beckham sent off. That was all the RGs. I can't believe you've forgotten that.
I just feel,
Who's
and
Messi,
you, when I said this, I said, oh, well, it'd be good for Messi to win a World Cup. I am not a Messi fanboy, is what you called me.
Messi fan.
If anyone, I'm a Ronaldo
you
fanboy.
said
If
it'd be
anyone.
great for him. That's
But
what I
I think it's a nice bookend to his career because he is one of the
I don't
greatest
want that to
ever play.
happen. I don't want that to happen because we're probably gonna have a Messi this, Messi that, Messi this, Messi that. But I don't want that to happen,
I
mean-
don't think it's a very good Argentinian squad at all.
mate.
The bang average.
To be honest, you know what it
to
is.
Saudi, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. You know what it is
No
about this game tonight.
Disrespect to Saudi.
You know what it is to this game tonight for me. Argentina, Croatia. It's a semi-final of the World Cup. I should be excited. I'm not.
I'm not excited for the other one either, really, to be honest, because
But come anyway, because it'll be a good night.
No, I mean, I would go out for it. Well, I mean, I'm not excited. Hopefully, we see 4-3 spectacular goals, overhead kick, whatever. Is it gonna happen? It's probably gonna be a very stale. I hope
That's
I'm wrong.
Croatia
I
for
so
you.
hope I'm so wrong. Like, honestly, I hope I'm wrong because I'm gonna be watching it tonight. But I feel like it's gonna be a stale game, and then probably a moment of magic from Messi, and then.
But do you not think we
It
just
could be
feel
really good,
a bit like that at the moment because we're not over it?
Yeah, we're a little
We're a
bit down
bit
in the
like,
dumps
oh,
still.
fuck them.
Yeah. But
To be
the
honest,
Morocco game, the Morocco-France game, I mean,
that would be a
that
good
could be
game.
really spicy.
That would be a corker. But
Because they're
this
so well
game
drilled,
tonight-
this Morocco team. Like, if you really watch how they've been playing, they really hold the formation. You know, they're whipping balls in left, right, whatever.
I'm very
I'll be
interested.
interested to see how the French defense deal with that.
I'm very interested to see how the French set up because the French game is to not have the ball. Morocco's game is to not have the ball. Who's gonna have the ball?
This is it. Again, it could be a moment of magic
Where's the
from
space?
Mbappe. It
Where's
could
the space
be-
gonna be at? You know,
Yeah.
but you know, with the French, if the Moroccans do invite them, the French have enough quality from these players.
They do.
I mean, I think that to some degree, Morocco look on their last legs. What was the play? One of the guys played with he'd done a hammy and he's
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
strapped-
yeah,
strapped-
yeah,
They've
the
got all
captain.
the
All up.
injections going in.
I
The
mean,
captain, yes,
you know,
crazy.
I
Bring
think.
it on, I say. I like it though. Good underdog story, right?
Yeah,
It's got
great.
to be.
You
I mean,
know what?
imagine if they won.
Oh
There's been
my!
a lot of
if
underdog
they
stories
win,
in this World
if
Cup.
they
This could be the
win-
greatest of all.
if they win, that would be amazing for Africa and the Muslim countries because that would be the achievement of. I mean, I can't even describe it in words.
And if this random Qatari Middle Eastern Winter World Cup brings anything, maybe it should be that in a way.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
I think everyone would celebrate that in a way, except the team that loses
Sorry,
in the
guys.
final. But everyone would celebrate that in the world, and I think that would be one of the most amazing achievements.
Yeah, so that's
Ever.
there you go. Viva Morocco, I say.
so let's just have a little bit. So who's going to win? Let's just I mean, the whole thing. Versus,
France.
I mean, France.
You know what it is, right? I was completely wrong, and my mates on Twitter and stuff will say this. I went in the Portugal game v Morocco. I said the difference why Morocco beat Spain was because Spain didn't cross the ball. Like they didn't shoot, didn't cross the ball, and I thought Portugal would. Portugal did, and they didn't get a sniff. So I don't know. I can't decide whether Morocco are good.
Well,
Now
Morocco
they've got to
deserve
be.
to be there.
They were on the.
They're a good team.
They're a good team, but they were on their last legs last game.
They're like Leicester.
They were literally on their last, I know what you mean, but
I'm all for
they were
it.
on their last game. You know, they had
Do
two
it.
defenders were injured, and they played with centre half that had half a hamstring and injected and probably on drugs, and like and Hakimi, and like I just didn't
Ziyech
understand
as
how
well
Portugal.
has been playing. You know, he's had a really good tournament.
I don't get how they got through it.
I remember watching. I think it was Ziyech. Was it? It was at Ajax. Was it? Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I remember when they had Ajax had a really good
Champions League
run,
semi-final,
and he was doing exactly what he's been doing in this World Cup. And he looked a player then, and there you go.
They're a good team.
But then
So-
you've got Modric and the Croatians, and you know penalties, and they don't do anything in 90 minutes. They like to drag it out.
They love to drag it out.
They love to drag
Well,
it
listen,
out.
guys,
1-0 scoreline, fantastic.
We have
Now
got.
watch
I
it.
think it's important to say we've got the fan zone continues. We're in the OG space here, and a lot of it's going to go on here to keep that atmosphere and that thing going. We've got the game tonight, 7:00.
7
Yeah,
o'clock.
we've got the
7
pool
o'clock.
room lounge open.
Yeah, there are certain pools open, the pool tables open, and then the game tomorrow, and then the final on Sunday. What time's the kickoff on Sunday?
3 o'clock.
3:00 for the final. So we're going to show all of the games, and then of course we're back into normal world
Christmas.
in terms of yeah. I mean, we've got Christmas coming up. Our opening hours will be up on our Instagram tomorrow. So we're basically open during the festive period. Then we've got a big New Year's Eve event with this man, star of the show, behind us, which again you can find on our Instagram. Oh, it's not on there. Okay, yeah, this man behind us. Yeah, no, not
Wrong
you,
side.
him. Yeah.
Legend.
He will be here though.
More details on that for our Gatsby party. We've got to wait till just to finish off on the football. We've got to wait till the 26th, but we're back into the Premier League. We've got to get excited about that.
It feels weird that
I think
there's
this
another
Premier
half
League-
of a season to play.
The Premier League is going to be crazy. I think everyone's going to run out of legs in the last 8 games of the season. That's where you're going to see the point about physicality. Last 8 games,
So?
City. I think this is so upsetting to say. Gabriel is a 3-month injury. City are walking away with it.
Is he injured?
He's out for 3 months. He had a surgery.
Maybe 4. If he's
Maybe
4, he's not
4.
playing again.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I'm telling you, last 8 games of the season, everyone's
who's
going to
winning
run
the
out of
Premier
legs.
League then? Because obviously the World Cup took such a
5 points.
Preston.
We're 5 points clear.
That's right.
We're top of the tree. Top of the tree.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that. Yeah, you're actually playing quite well.
We're top of the
Change.
tree.
You're still messing
The
up.
only hope we have is that Saka carries us. That's the only hope we have. He's the best. He's one of the best players in the league.
Did Martinelli have a good World Cup? Did he get many?
He got a bit of a
minutes
game.
or
He got a bit. Now, I think with Arsenal, we got a situation where he's going to play Eddie Nketiah. I like Eddie, good player. Again,
Hey,
the Southgate of strikers. He's a great player, but he needs to move Martinelli inside. I'd like to see him. Smith Rowe's coming back, so that would help. But I think there's room there to get one of these players in. I mean, I've heard some of the players that have got less than a year on the contract, so they're going to be a free agent at the end of the season. The Zahas of this world, the Tielemans of this world. There's a few other interesting players that are free. The January window's a difficult one. I think United going to do.
Pretty sure United look at every person under the sun. They give me a ring.
But you know what it is about United. What they are doing is they are taking the opportunity of where they are, and they're gonna try and make it happen in the short term. I think this season Arsenal should not make a signing that fits the profile. I think we need someone, even if it's for 6 months. We need a striker to come in.
I said to my old man last
just
night.
patchwork, do you think?
Yeah.
Mate,
Just get a
literally
out-and-out striker.
out and out striker. Get somebody in that fits gets us over the line.
I agree. No, well, I was talking this to the old man last night. We were listening to AFTV, and I said to him, actually, the player that I think could do a job,
Ronaldo.
He said, "What about Ronaldo?" No, the player I think could do a job. I think is possible. It would be Giroud. Get him back.
Imagine.
Imagine
if he won the World Cup.
6 months.
6 months. Yeah.
Is
If
he
he won the
free to
World
get
Cup,
back?
no,
Is he-
Giroud he's under contract.
He's not. They're about to. They're in
They're about to
negotiation
sign
in January
to
with
get
AC
him in.
Milan to look at the contract. So there is a point we could do that. There isn't an obvious player, or there is obvious players, but let's be realistic. You're not getting them in January. No one's giving up. Certainly, City aren't going to be selling anyone. Grealish looks like he'll be available next summer. Would he go to Arsenal? I think
so.
if I was at City right now, I'm going. You're not selling any more players to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Fucking forget it. Grealish isn't coming. He'll probably go United. Oh no, actually, I can't see him go
No, he's not going to go
across the
No.
divide.
No way.
Yeah.
I think.
But what do? You got, Ronaldo's. You just put.
I'm
the
glad
faith.
Ronaldo's gone.
Put faith in
Rashid.
Rashid?
So we talked about it a week or two ago.
No, United.
When the Piers Morgan interview came out, just let the dust settle on that. I think, not speaking for all United fans, but I'm glad he's gone. It was the right thing. It's come at the right time. Weirdly enough,
It's a fall from grace, isn't it? When you look
Yeah,
at
It's
it.
a win. It's a win-win
but
for both
he's,
sides.
it is what it is.
Is he still a legend?
Yeah, he is still a legend.
If
But
he walked
it's
on,
gonna- it's
if
gonna
he
take
walked onto the
time.
pitch at Old Trafford now,
Of course.
he'll always be a legend.
Of course.
He'll always be a legend. He's
Are
a
you
legend of the
crazy?
game.
don't you feel a bit hurt?
No,
No.
not really. No, it was just the way it
Do you
came
think-
about was a bit horrible. But if it was happening and there was still games going on week in, week out, and there's FA Cups, this and Europa League, sadly, but there's been a clear break in play because of the World Cup. It's given us time to have a think, regroup. What do you want to do? Ten Hag's been sat at home twiddling his thumbs in Cheshire, thinking, right, I want this, this, and this. We've got enough time to now attack it. Like you say, even if it's a 6-month thing or a year thing, we get someone, and then we look at like your Ramos, is it, and your Gakpos and all these sorts of people.
I think they'll do it straight away. I think they'll pull the trigger. United don't wait. See an opportunity to take it.
I mean,
Arsenal, Edu, I'm begging you, Edu, please see this. Get a striker. Maybe get two. Get 2 strikers. Because if he invests 70 million now,
He's not going to get it in January.
but can you imagine if he invests 70 million now,
Who'd
he
you buy?
might have a
Who'd
chance.
you buy?
Anyone.
Well,
Anyone that
what are
can
you doing
score
next
goals.
week?
No. I mean, what's Rafael Leao doing? Put a 60 million bid on him. Get him in. Get him in.
I think this is
Why is Ramos linked to United? He's a striker, scored a hat trick in the World Cup. Why is he linked
That's
to
all
United?
he's done. I mean,
Why is Gakpo not coming to us?
but hold up, be careful here.
you are 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League, which is
It's-
that's something
this
to
is-
sort of say. Look, we're building here.
This is an opportunity to get somebody in, maybe not of the right profile, but someone that will get you the 3 points.
Get
But
Get
do
you
you
over the
not
line.
do, when you look at outside of City, then I think Liverpool, United, Arsenal, definitely those mucky boys up the road, Tottenham, those all of them need that. Right? They all need something somewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame with the City thing, and fair play to them. I don't have a big issue about it, but we're all playing catch up.
Well,
I don't think so.
Obviously, Haaland's been chilling back in Norway.
Yeah.
So he's as fit as a
Recharging
fiddle.
his
Yeah.
batteries. That's scary to think about.
I know.
And also, they're talking about Bellingham going over there in the summer, is it? We're talking about that?
Whatever.
Which is
That's-
why they're saying they'll sell Grealish, because they've got to find 100 million, if not more, for Bellingham, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, that's just scary to think about. That's
On that, I think I think Tottenham, they've had injuries, they're coming back. Kulusevski's back fit. Son's never been fit. Kane, he's been looking like he's been struggling since the start of the
Yeah.
World Cup. I think they're just struggling with injuries.
He'll
Once
be
they
up
got
Mount
full-
Snowdon trying to reclaim his ball.
once they got full squad. Chelsea, Reece James is out. Chilwell was out for a while. They've got
I don't
injury
know about
problems.
Chelsea. They're so up and down.
They are up
Nah.
and down, but Chelsea.
I didn't even mention Chelsea, did I? That tells
No,
you.
you didn't.
No.
You didn't mention them, but they're a team you've
But-
got to watch out for.
They don't have a striker.
They don't have a striker.
I mean, Ronaldo could go there. Where do you think he'll go? I mean, it looks like he's going to
He
go Saudi or
can,
something.
he can pick whatever he wants to do.
Would you
I
have?
can't.
I personally
don't
wouldn't
think he can anymore.
Oh,
want
he
him at
can.
Arsenal, but would you take Ronaldo? Because Chelsea don't have a striker. There is there somewhere he's got a home for 6 months till
In
the
the
end of the
Premier
season?
League?
Yeah.
No,
I think you know what it is about Ronaldo. I think what it is it's sour grapes at the moment. But as a club marketing perspective, you sign Ronaldo, you make your money back instantly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really
I'm
matter.
talking about footballing, sort of.
but if you
getting
agree,
your points on the table.
Yeah.
If you
That's what
agree-
I'm
if-
saying.
yeah, I know if you're talking about football, but I think he's no longer.
I just don't think he's the marketing machine either anymore.
I'll say
You
this.
don't think he's the
No,
most
he is,
followed
man,
person
he
on
is.
Instagram in the
Man.
world?
I get you, right?
Come
But
on.
is he trading?
If he
is,
signs
man.
for Arsenal, how many Arsenal shares do you think he'll sell with CR7 on the back?
I just wouldn't be interested in buying one. I'm just not that. I just
agree
think
with you.
for me now, if he'd have signed when he went to United and he's gone back and there's a big backstory and it's I get it. He's going to sell shirts like tomorrow.
But
He signs for
that
Arsenal.
was all last minute though. He should have gone to City.
He goes to Arsenal for 6 months. I'm not even on my radar to buy a shirt because I know what he's doing and I know what we're doing. He's not a hero. He's
Not
I
for
agree.
Arsenal, but
The
he'd sell
only-
shirts.
The only other place, the place I think he'll go, which was just about to say, and the place where that would make more sense, going
Yes.
on what you're saying, is he goes back to Sporting.
yes.
That
Yeah.
could be a hero.
There's been talk of
And-
that,
And
hasn't
he'll
there?
do that,
retire.
I think, and he'll retire back in Portugal, and that'll be his swan song, and he'll go back. If he wants
And the
to go into
Portuguese
management
league
or
won-
selling toothpaste or boxer shorts, whatever the fuck he does, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
what
but
one
so
assumes the
anyway.
Portuguese league will be a little step down, and he might
And
still
he'll
be able to
back
shine
goals
there.
in, and yeah.
Can you imagine if he goes back to Sporting or something? And
He will
wins
do
it-
that.
and he wins the Champions League.
No, come on. But I mean, they're nowhere near it. Are they?
No, but I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to go for the sort of he's had personal things. He's obviously his star is waning. He's not accepting it. Whatever you want to call it, he wants to go somewhere he knows he's going to feel that love and admiration, as opposed to being out in the desert in the Saudi Arabian.
I think the
league.
sad narrative of all of this is that he's not acceptant, is he? Of
No,
like his self-awareness, his acceptance that he is 37. He can't deliver at the level he delivered, and it must be really difficult
to really have a stern word with him and say, "Listen, this is where you're at."
But he just.
But that's never going to happen because he is who he is.
He's
No, but
only a
this is-
Ferguson.
No,
You know
but-
what? I'd be really
yeah,
interested to know what
Mourinho-
Ferguson after he was the one who apparently convinced him to go United.
Yeah.
I wonder if Ferguson's picked up the phone to Ronaldo and go, "I'm not going to do the Scottish accent."
Yeah.
What's going on? What? Why?
Yeah.
You know, why
Well-
would he? So when I said to you about as a United fan, he is. I don't think he said anything that's not true. He's just said the shit that nobody wants to really hear, and the closest that someone's got
But
to
all
that
the true
is
United
Neville.
fans kind of know it anyway. We do know that. It's
So
just-
this is why
there's a lot of denial around
the club's up for sale,
around
right?
the
Is it now still up for sale? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, looking for is it Radcliffe talking about going in with someone else? Is Apple talking about buying it?
Arguably, until that happens, I mean, it's a cash machine, Manchester United.
It is.
Yeah. If Apple buy it, that would be amazing. That'd be pretty funny.
Is
Get like Siri saying how many minutes are left and things like that. Substitution.
The thing is,
More for it.
I mean, it's all marketing, isn't it? It's all just business.
Money.
Yeah, I mean, the footballing,
When you get that high to the top of the tree, it's not about
the footballing side of it. I think what they've got in the manager and Ten Hag is probably the right thing, because what he'll do is he'll give the fans something they want to watch.
Yeah, and he's
And
been
I
doing
think
that
that's
for the most part.
And I think that's all they want.
He's handled everybody really well. He's made some good purchases. I'll be interested to see what happens with Sancho, to be honest with you, because I do like Sancho, but
I think he's a player, though. I think he was like better than Phil Foden at one point, better than Saka. I mean,
When he was at Dortmund.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking like them three were like the best English prodigies, and I genuinely think if once Sancho has that good season, maybe in 18 months' time, we could see a forward three line, maybe Rashford up front, of Sancho, Foden in the 10, and Saka.
So
I
had this thought. Tell me what you think of this. I had this thought before we came on. So if you remember after, I can't remember what World Cup it was, Scholesy came out and he said, "Look, I'm retiring from international football," because he saw, that he wanted to get the longevity out of his United career, but also he said, "Look, I'm looking back down the line at some of these young kids coming through," and actually he suggested that there was an opportunity for these kids to come through and get the experience like Rashford got at the World Cup in 2018, played a bit of a bit of a cameo. But is it time for Kane to say, "Look, that's it. Let's give
after the Euros"?
As a striker,
I agree with you. I'd
as
like
a
to see
striker.
it. I agree. But I think he's going to be the main leading the line striker. I don't think he'll be captain at the Euros.
It's only 18 months away.
I don't think he'll be captain, but I think he'll be starting every game.
But
then that'll be it.
Listen, I think he'll be captain as well. I think with a manager that's capable, right? As you said before, a manager that's capable,
agreeing with
you've got to play to the player's strengths. Harry Kane, he's not a runner in behind or whatever.
He can't even got the pace anymore.
He doesn't have the pace anymore, but he's the best passer of the ball in the England squad. Have you seen? He is. I think he probably got most of the assists in the game in most games.
Yeah.
He is one of the best passers. He is.
I suspect the bloke in row K is agreeing with you when he caught it. Yeah, on Saturday night.
Yeah.
But he changed his position. It's kind of what Rooney did it a little bit.
Yeah, like when he was a striker, he dripped down.
Bringing and grabbing hold of the ball and making the change.
But do you not feel like then that doesn't suit the formation? It doesn't suit a three.
Capable manager, play the players to their strengths.
Right. So, but then he has to play someone on the last man. So when Rashi came on the other night, was it Wales or was it the Iran game? He was the last man. The balls were going to the top. They were shitting themselves. When he drops deep, you got no one on the last man. So we can't play that formation.
It's a little bit of that capable manager thing that B say. Now look at City last season. They didn't have a striker. You got Foden running in and doing all sorts of bits there.
That's what you need. You need someone to say.
Even Kane drops in. Gabriel Jesus coming in and Kane does that a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Or he drops in, and you have Martinelli and Saka doing that.
Of setup,
and that's the manager. That's come from the managers.
We haven't got a good enough manager, so there's
I
back
mean,
to
but
the
you
other
can
point.
use Kane. You're saying Kane's not good enough, but he
I'm
is good
not
enough.
saying he's not good
He
enough.
is good
I'm
enough.
saying
He will.
in 18 months' time, and look, we look back down the line. I don't think it's a Callum Wilson. I don't think it's, maybe it's an Ivan Toney. You've got, I can't think of too many very, very high-end English strikers.
I'll have a bet with you right now.
Go on then.
Go on. I want to hear this.
Kane will start most games, 95%
He'll still
of the
be captain
games.
then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I don't think he'll be captain. This is the bet.
Who's going to be the captain?
Okay.
No, yeah, that's not part of the bet. The bet is Kane starts most games. We win the Euros.
Oh, how about that?
There you are, including a
But
lot of this bet.
he's not the striker leading the line.
I need the toilet. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
That's bad planning, isn't it? Haven't you got your shiwi with you?
I don't mind if you want.
Mate,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's still there. He's not the leading striker. I think it's Rashford. But he's dropping deeper, like what I just said about Rooney. He's not the captain. I think, as you said off screen, as we were setting up, it's Bellingham.
I would make Bellingham captain now.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I also think part
heavily
of the bet, if you
disagree.
want to, it's also Southgate managing him.
Well, mate, as I said,
Right.
Southgate's not walking away now.
bet. That.
Sure,
Did you
been-
get that?
Sure.
£100?
Wrong camera, thankfully. No, it's actually this one. Yeah, I mean, listen, Bellingham for me. I mean, I just love the way. I mean, he's obviously captain at Dortmund.
There you go.
When Kane takes that penalty, he's straight to him. He's missed it. He's got his hand on his back of his head. He's like, "Come on, son, we can do this."
Even with the Henderson thing, where they almost like he's going to start kissing or whatever, I think
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
this-
What was all that
it
about?
was a bit weird. But he's got the mentality, the way he holds himself, when he's doing the sort of
Even over on camera, he's
What's the word?
great.
Yeah, on camera. That's what I'm trying to say. When he's talking, he's been interviewed after the game and things like that. He's really level-headed. Sorry, buddy.
That's all right. I'm back.
We're just
Steady on,
we're just
V.
falling over Jude Bellingham being captain for the Euros.
Yeah, I was listening. He's not going to be captain. Sorry, Mark. I mean, he's 19-year-old. I mean, so he's going to be 20 next year. He's a great player.
Who's
Okay.
the next England captain?
Yeah.
No, yeah, well, probably him. But I think Harry Kane still has this one.
What
in
you're
there.
saying is because he's
Yeah,
19, he hasn't got the, shall we say, the clout in the dressing room or whatever the words might be. Is that what your feeling is? He wouldn't have enough kudos?
I think it will be a step too far from now because you have to look at the profile of the players. You think of Phil Foden. Phil Foden was talking about him like he was a kid the other day in an interview.
Yeah.
You've got to look at the profile of the players. These players are playing Champions League, finals every year. You got to just relax it a little bit.
But you're talking about 2 years' time, neck end. He's 22.
Yeah, at 22, but maybe if he goes to City and stuff, maybe he's at that profile of player, level of player. But in terms of respect, then
I'd like
obviously-
to see it. I mean,
I don't think he'll be. I mean,
so who
Kane's got
are you
next one
saying
again.
then, Kane, after Kane? Who's
No, I mean after Kane it'd probably be Jude, but I think it's a bit. I think everyone's
So
pushing
you,
it a
so
bit.
you think Jude?
To be honest, I don't even think it does.
Thank you.
Does it matter?
No, I don't
Oh,
think it
come
does.
on. Does it
No, I
matter
don't
who's
think
the
it matters
captain?
that much.
Does it matter? Who's
Here's
the
a
captain?
question that I was thinking about actually on the way in. I think that was Pickford's last tournament
Defo.
as a given, and he didn't have a bad tournament. Really, he didn't have a great tournament, didn't have a bad tournament. The goals that came his way that he let in, I don't think there was much. There was no gaffes or anything.
Ramsdale?
I think it's Ramsdale.
Got to be.
I think it's Ramsdale. I think I don't. Again, Reece James will come back most probably, so that's that done there. Trent did he come on against Iran or anything?
You see,
I can't-
don't fancy him, does he?
No, he doesn't. But that's
So Reece comes back at left back. What, Chilwell right? Is that
Reece
the other way
comes
round?
back.
No, I think
Right.
Shaw
Chilwell.
played okay.
Shaw is a
He's
good.
not-
Shaw
he's
is
just steady.
But another 2 years and 18 months.
18
it's a
months.
Chilwell, wasn't it?
maybe. I think Shaw's
Chilwell,
top
Reece
of the range.
James, Stones could still be there. Maguire,
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe that
Rice stays, I
Cody,
think.
I think
the Everton boy.
it might be. Yeah. I mean, Tarkowski. I mean, it might be. It might just be the same back four with Reece James and. I think the back four was the defense wasn't an issue.
They didn't make any mistakes, did they?
I think
No.
if Grealish goes somewhere, he's going to get more game time. I think he might actually break into the starting 11 at some point.
He always looked dangerous. He was getting fouled in the same way Saka was getting fouled on the other
it's
side.
causing problems.
It's got to be.
Yeah. But
it's
he's a
gotta-
luxury player.
Yeah. So because this is where like a Sancho, this is a chance really. We'll see how it go. But like that left wing, but Foden has to play centrally. We just have to wait till Pep Guardiola does it for everyone to see. Once Foden plays centrally, we're gonna see something that we haven't seen in an England shirt.
Why is
for a
who
while.
plays there for City that's stopping him playing there?
Kevin De Bruyne? Do you know him? Have you heard of him? Kevin
okay.
De Bruyne.
Look,
Well, that's
Bernardo.
why,
there you go. Look, I mean,
Kevin
An
De
injury,
Bruyne.
maybe an injury to De Bruyne.
Maybe, but listen, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan.
Oh yeah, okay. So
He's
scratching
down the
there.
he's down the pecking order.
But he
hence why
might
he's
get an
playing left wing.
opportunity to play that role in the, I was about to say the Rumbelows or carrier thing on the carrier. What is it? Coca-Cola? Is it now? Who's the sponsor? League Cup.
I think it's gone full circle. It's gone
Maybe.
back to.
The thing is,
I remember it being the Milk Cup. I remember that.
I remember it being Worthington's. Remember that?
Yeah,
Worthing's Cup. That was a good one.
Yeah. Stick with us, son. Stick with us.
yeah. I don't think he will get that chance because he's an integral part of the Premier League and the bigger games, and he plays in the left wing. And that's where Grealish falls out of plan. He's an integral part of that team.
We'll see.
I
I'm
agree.
excited for the Premier League coming back though.
Yeah, Premier League coming back. We've got other things that, next year we've got the Rugby World Cup. That'll be interesting. I know it's not necessarily your game, but Rugby World
Wrong
Cup.
shaped ball.
We've got, and then obviously we've got the Euros after that. We've got a lot to look
In
forward
a
to.
weirdly, slightly football-y related type thing,
Here we go.
Tyson Fury has
Oh.
got Wayne Rooney in his camp for 4 weeks to help him train for
Did what?
the Alexander Usyk fight, which is coming up.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney.
He's a footballer.
Why?
Wazza.
Why?
Tyson Fury's a bit mad. I don't know. I mean,
What's why is he going to
he's
give
there
him
for
grannies?
He's there for 4 weeks.
He's
He's
going to give a few
yeah.
bites,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Best hookers in Morecambe?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's just going to bosh a few grannies and see how he gets on. But yeah, he's literally
Weird
signed
segue,
on.
this one, but yeah, go on.
He's signed on.
But mate, I mean, let's on your point. Got a Joshua Wilder fight perhaps next year to look forward to. We've definitely got the Fury Usyk fight to look forward to. There's some big
There's
fights
lots of
that
stuff going on. Then you've got obviously you've still got all your Champions League to go on.
I'm just
Straight back into that, like Mbappe's going to be on fire, I reckon.
It's a bit sad for the players, though, isn't it? Oh, especially the Premier League player. Can you imagine, like, you're playing to the finals on the 17th, and their first game back is what, a week later?
Is that how they're working it?
the 26th, yeah. Thinking about it though, doesn't really affect if it was Argentina and Martinez. I was thinking if it's Argentina, France.
Just thinking of Arsenal again.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking of Saliba. Yeah.
He's got to go home to the camp because we need to be ready. Because he's not played any games.
Yeah, but he's had a bit of rest. It's good.
It is good.
Everyone's got a bit of rest now, haven't they?
I'm gonna-
They're not back in. What's that? 2 weeks off. We've got to do the Christmas shopping. That's about it.
I'm gonna give you a
maybe
last
watch
thing.
Home Alone double bill.
I don't know if anyone's heard this one. And it's a bit Arsenal, but it's England. Ben White. So he's.
Who?
Oh, Benny Blanco, man, relax.
Here we go, Benny Blanco. You normally on the first name things. Benny Boy. Southgate has come out and said, I'm not going to fuel the fire that there was an argument with whatever the guy is, because it's a non-truth basically. So not playing. Anyone know what actually happened?
No one does. But he's in the Arsenal camp back. He's back in the
Yeah, I saw
Smiles.
it. He's in
He
Dubai.
was never going to
Yeah.
get a sniff of a game anyway, really. He will
Oh, that's
in time to come.
Fighting talk.
Yeah, he wasn't though, was he?
Yeah, but
Like
you
James
wouldn't.
Maddison.
Yeah, but you
All the
wouldn't leave
media,
the.
James Madison,
Yeah,
it's
but
not right, but
you wouldn't
he's
leave
not
the.
gonna get a game.
You
He's
wouldn't
injured,
leave
wasn't
the England camp. You wouldn't leave.
No,
the
let's do
England
something
camp.
serious.
Yeah, you wouldn't leave the England. We don't know what happened. Everyone's has to respect his privacy, and that's what we'll do. And
Do you know what I would do though? Give this excuse. If I was Kyle Walker right now, I'd be going around my mates and going, Oh, look, Mbappe. So I thought he had him in there. He wasn't even a threat the other night.
No.
Well,
Haven't they adopted the dog, the cat that kept coming to? Is it Dave the cat or something?
Yeah. I've seen that.
Who's Dave the cat?
Some cat that
Some
was in the
stray
resort.
cat that kept coming to the resort they were
shut the
staying at.
fuck up.
Yeah,
So he took it back home with him, as a mascot.
As you do.
Didn't really help us.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, listen, this is the last World Cup bar chat. But as we promised to you before, we are going to cover some sport and some football, but also we've got lots of other stuff coming up. When they're going to get some of the girls involved, from which you'll know some faces from here behind the bar. Although Melissa's not very keen on this one, is she? What, you don't know that one? Oh yeah, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Yeah, I'm with you. And they're going to go through some little hit hacks and tips for Christmas. And so we've got that coming. We've also got Jonesy, who's going to do his favourite Christmas cocktails, mate.
Yeah,
you're going to give us a little insight, or is it a little bit of a secret?
Got a couple of winter warmers, a couple of little party starters in there,
So people on Christmas Day, they can have a crack at this after
the Christmas Day morning, picking up the wrapping paper. Everyone's, you got your top of the pops too, Christmas hits on, whatever.
Yeah.
Have a bit of fizz going into the night time, something to pick you up after your turkey.
What does your day look like anyway, mate? Do you get is there a bit of smoked salmon and a bit of scrambled egg in the morning, maybe?
A bit of relax. Yeah, well, it's always a bit hairy. Yeah,
birthday
Christmas Day morning. So a
bit of big old lunch. Big old lunch, is it?
Starts on my birthday usually. Leg of lamb, some cold cuts, some ham. Moving into that.
Do your own ham?
Cheese. Oh yeah. Ham, marmalade, Coca-Cola over the top. I know what I'm doing.
What is going on?
I love Christmas.
You're putting Coca-Cola. Is this a hack? Is it Coca-Cola on your turkey?
No, on the ham. Christmas ham.
Well, it gives it a bit of sugar.
Coca-Cola, marmalade, a little bit of tackiness. It's great.
I'm cloves into your ham. Boil your ham, cloves into it. So mark it out. Cloves into it. Yeah. English mustard all over it, and then smother it in brown sugar. Put it back in the oven, covered up for an hour.
That's the best bit, the little crispy.
Oh, come on, man.
Coca-Cola's my little trick with the marmalade. Get the orange on there.
It's getting the sweetness into it, isn't it?
I've never had ham for Christmas.
Oh, man.
No, ham's not for Christmas. Ham's just there for
the duration.
By the 28th, 29th, you just want to throw it over the roof. You're sick of looking at it.
It's like the Ben White. It's the Ben White of meats. It's just there.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it'll fuck off. It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Yeah. But no, I'll be down that. So you get some of these cocktails in anyway.
Cocktails, yeah. So we're thinking we've got a couple, like I say, like a bit of fizz. Got some winter warmers, like a hot buttered rum. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Just to pull it out, it's already pre-prepped. Got people coming around. Obviously freezing cold outside at the minute. You want to warm up.
Oh, I like it, mate. I like it. On the drink front, got to show you this one.
Come on.
Have you got like a favorite like retro like pop? You call it pop, don't you?
Here we go.
Do you call it pop?
How old are you?
I don't know. I don't. We just call it.
I love like an ice cold kind of Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. You got a favorite?
I don't drink this.
Well, it's funny you should say Dr.
That's
Pepper.
why I look like this.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
Exactly.
Get your head around this. I've just surreptitiously got a bottle of Corona. Right. Here we go.
Oh, dear.
Let's do a little bit of a camera change. Right. So,
what's he doing?
what you do is you get this Corona. This is your first Christmas drink hack with your uncle when he's shit-faced, And we take it down sort of somewhere here. I'm gonna. Sorry.
Okay, take it down. You take it down, Mark.
Okay. And you put this
I
around
need
over there.
a little bit more.
You can put this
Right.
around over there.
So we get that down to there.
Oh no.
Then we get the trusty Di Serrano out.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Right. This is no, honestly, I'm down with this. And we go something like a double.
He's got a habit of
That's like a lockdown double, though.
So we'll have a lockdown double.
He's got a habit of trying to make things happen that just never gonna happen. This Serrano and Corona.
Well, listen.
You're gonna get all this over you mixing death now. Is that the plan?
No, we've got to give it a mix, but let's not get a fizz going on.
Okay.
Gentle roll. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Don't try this at home. Don't try this.
This seems like the sort of this seems like the sort of thing where your mate comes round on Boxing Day night, hammered, and goes, "Oh,
You know
do
this,
this."
I
Right.
just want to know where it came from.
Right.
Okay.
We've
Here we go.
actually got
okay.
this here. Look.
We got a glass. Nice.
Yeah, so
Here we go. 10 out of 10?
Dr. Pepper.
seriously,
Fucking get your laughing gear around that.
the smell.
It's fucking.
Can I have a glass? I'll have it in the glass.
Don't tell me that's not just something short of genius.
Where did you see this TikTok?
What camera do you want, Joan? I'll give you that one. What?
Oh my god!
Yeah. Honestly,
Christ on a bike.
It is Dr.
That
Pepper.
is.
have
Shut
you
your
tried
eyes.
it?
Shut your eyes.
No, not yet.
It's Dr. Pepper. It's something else, isn't
That's
it?
crazy.
It is Dr. Pepper.
What
yeah,
do you think?
Yeah, you have to try that. Yeah, you have to
I mean,
try
there's
that.
a
There you
sweet,
go, people.
a
Right.
sweet drink for Nan.
That
Christmas
is-
Day.
That
She
is-
sat in the corner, and you've only got the sherry's gone, and all you've got left is a bottle of random Disaronno that you've had since 1988,
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
and you've got
Do you reckon that's
Yeah.
where they got their recipe from?
TikTok.
No, not TikTok.
That's-
but
well,
that
where's
is
the
Dr.
beer?
Pepper.
Where's the beer taste gone?
That is Dr. Pepper nailed on.
It's something else, isn't it?
Get it on the menu, right? Okay, you heard it here. Easy breeze.
So
Dr.
there you go,
Peppers.
guys. What can we say? You've got to try the Dr. Peppers, but
Boozy.
you're taken by
I
that,
mean,
aren't
I'm
Look at
baffled.
yeah,
That's genuinely tastes like
Shut
Dr.
your eyes
Pepper.
and drink it. Taste is that honestly like
down with the
It's
kids.
it's a boozy Dr. Pepper.
You've got it. Anyway, guys, so boozy Dr. Peppers, Christmas cocktails, Christmas tips and hacks all coming to you on Bar Chat in the next, over the next week. I think we're all going to
I reckon we're looking like maybe Saturday next week.
get it
maybe.
all done. Come down for the semi-final tonight and tomorrow evening. We got the game on the final on Sunday. Lots of other stuff. And New Year's Eve.
Sorry, I would also like to add, starting this weekend, hopefully, pretty much, we're looking at doing a bit more of a daytime menu with the food as well. We've still got the pizzas flying out, don't worry. But we're going to be doing a little bit more street food, some burgers, some tacos, perhaps, maybe a couple of cheeky bao buns there for Christmas.
Nice. So we're going to
keep
throw
your
it
eyes
out
peeled
there
on
for the
Instas
Christmas.
For that.
For the Christmas, yeah, all on
Christmas
Instagram.
stuff. Love to see it on Instagram.
We'll be
We'll
down with that.
wash it down with a boozy Dr. Pepper.
And let's not forget, guys, we've got the whole venue open for Christmas Eve. So we've got a Gatsby party. Again, go on
New Year's
Instagram.
Eve. New Year's Eve. Sorry, guys.
What did I say?
Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Definitely
shook
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Josie's birthday. We're not here.
Yeah. So for New Year's Eve, we've got our Gatsby party. We've got Annie's coming back for some DJing. We've got, all on this theme. We've got Rich in here playing piano. We're pretty ram-packed already, but Jones, we got a bit of space
Looking busy
left.
already, yeah. We've got space for people just mooching about in Bowness.
Don't forget, everyone, it is a dress-up event, so don't forget.
What are
your
you wearing,
Dickie
mate?
bows.
Just on that note, what are you gonna?
I'm
You're gonna
gonna-
give it the old Dickie bow?
I'm gonna give it the old Dickie bow.
Nice.
You
Nice.
know.
Birthday suit.
Really? Just the Dickie
Just-
bow?
Just the Dickie
Pants?
bow. No, I'm in the kitchen.
Where are you tying the Dickie bow? All right, guys. Honestly, he's not going to do that.
Don't worry.
How many Coronas and
Please come.
Disaronnos?
Don't worry about that. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Final chap at the end of episode 6. We're into 7. We're going to get into Christmas, and we can forget all this bullshit of football not coming home. I didn't care anyway.
Yeah, get a mulled wine on, throw on some diard, you'll be okay.
See you guys. Thank you.
Take care.